So that's showing dominance, having a little bit come on your shorts. You walk
Right?
out and there's like, damn, we had one of them pisses. Like,
You got the guy that comes out with like one or two drips, and you got the guy that comes out with like an entire like leg like filled with piss. Yeah, what do you think about me now?
Access more Nerds Among Us pre-show content at patreon.com/SourKidsProductions. Nerds Among Us merch available now at SourKidsMerch.com.
SourKidsProductions.
all right, everybody, welcome to episode 2 of Nerds Among Us. It's gonna be a great show. Remember, this show is about. I'm sorry, I've been drinking a little bit, but remember, this show is about anybody can be a nerd. Don't matter if you're big or small. I think another one of my guests today has been drinking. We're gonna find out. But
No, they won't.
no, they won't, I guess. But it's gonna be a great show. Today I got 2 nerds with me. I have Duke and Chalk.
What's up, guys?
These guys are both streamers. They've been streaming for a long time, right?
Yeah, I just hit my 5 year.
5 years.
Yeah, I started in 2018.
It's 6 years coming up here in a couple months.
That is crazy.
But I haven't done shit in 2 years, so
I haven't been able to do anything in a couple months, only because of just my situation. But here soon, I'll be back. I'll be back on the thing again.
Well, guys, I appreciate you guys coming to the show. What I like to do is start the show with a simple question. I want to go across the room and see what do you guys think is your nerdiest moment? Like, if you just recall, like video games, like maybe you pulled an all-nighter playing games going hard, or something with a comic book, anything. What do you guys think is your nerdiest moment? Whoever can go first.
I used to do Gundam builds.
Really?
Yeah. Like Gundam Wii, like models and stuff.
That's sick.
I used to do that when I was a kid. I actually came across some of those models at a Target today. I almost got them. Almost.
How much are they?
They're like, it ranges anywhere from like 20 to 35, 40 bucks.
bro, put that shit on the credit card and walk out that fucking door.
Okay, if my sister wasn't there with me, I probably would have came home with every single one of those motherfuckers, and I would have probably built them all before I even came here and showed them off. But
He's telling the truth. He would have drank the whole bottle of Jim Beam, and fucking built those shits.
I don't drink. That's a myth.
He's a liar.
That's dope though. Like, do you have like a whole collection at your house?
They're in storage in my dad's attic. I mean, that was all when I was a kid. So I haven't seen those things in years. But I'm pretty sure they're in my dad's attic, unless if he like tossed them out without me knowing. But other than that, it's fine. I found them on Amazon, so I can buy them and build them as I please.
Yeah, that's dope.
So there's a nerdy moment.
No, you should be on one of those. You know, they have the Lego like build shows now.
Yeah,
like on ABC or whatever. They should make like a Gundam one, and you're just
That'd
like,
be
they
dope.
totally should. I know they have a couple YouTube videos or people on YouTube that actually do that for their content. And dude, even like the details that they do with these things, like just the painting. I never got that deep into it. Like it came with like its own like stickers or whatever. Dip in water, set in there, let it dry so it can like mold around the shape or whatever. But people would actually like paint and like do like battle damage to it, or actually take pieces out of the plastic and actually make it look like it's been like battle damage.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah, dude, I'm actually on a couple of like fan pages on Facebook that have Gundam Wing and Gun Plus stuff, and dude, some of that artwork is just phenomenal. They even add LEDs to them to light up the eyes, or like some of them actually have like a little chest piece. They'll have that glow, or even like just add, like if they have wings, they'll put lights on that. Oh, it's so
that's
cool.
Sick. I think I've seen a Gundam cosplay kind of like that. Like,
yeah,
like the lights going and shit.
So that's whenever, where's it at? I think it's somewhere in Japan. They actually built a life-size Gundam.
Oh no shit!
Whenever they were constructing that, I was stoked. So stoked. And then they finished it. They did the release of it. I watched the video on Facebook or and on YouTube, like the full like release of it, the reveal. I was so happy.
Yeah.
It's so cool. Gundam Wing has always been like one of those like very underrated, not talked about like animes that I think is probably one of the best. Like I feel like Pacific Rim actually got inspired by that. Pacific Rim's a good anime and show. But yeah, Gundam Wing is just, it's mind blowing. Even the storyline behind it, it's really cool. Like the original, anything after that or like the in-betweens or whatever, even like the befores and the after, it kind of went Star Wars on it after like the original came out.
Yeah, because they couldn't reach that peak.
They could not reach that peak, because even like whenever they did Endless Waltz, that movie, like that, it just took Gundam Wing to a whole other level. But all the characters died off, and the Gundams no longer exist. They're now become legends, and it's just like they try to carry on with the story. It's like some of it's okay, but it's not the same.
I watched like some of the 2010 ones, but Wing is like early 2000, right?
It's like early 2000. That's like Dragon Ball Z, like the beginning, like that whole era. Whenever Goku fights Frieza for the first time, turns into a Super Saiyan. Yeah. Oh, that was another one of my shows, man. I did models of that too.
Dragon Ball Z, man, and I talked about on the first show, like Dragon Ball Z in the beginning was like peak, man. Like
it definitely was,
because you can't determine power level or something like that, and when Krillin died, and you're just like, what's gonna happen? And then he powers up, goes Super Saiyan, and it's epic, man. And
then Vegeta's fucking like famous line, over 9,000.
Yeah,
it's like, yeah, the beginning of that whole series was just, it's phenomenal. Even though the some of the fights, they lasted forever.
9-episode fights,
at least.
Yeah. I think the Dragon Ball Z Kai kind of took that out, right? Like they took out like a lot of the.
Yeah, they cut a lot of that out.
Yeah.
Which saved good for time, but it forced them to like shorten the story or the in betweens, because I know there was a lot of talking in the fights. But that was also Goku's fault. He was the one that always instigating conversations.
Because he likes to fight.
He does like to fight, and that's fucking
shit in the middle of it.
Like even like fast forward to what it is now, like Terminator Power and like the God of Destruction and all that shit. Like with the newer version of it, it's like he's never changed. Except for his power level.
See, man, that's one thing. Man, okay, so Dragon Ball Z, it's like if they would have had Goku kind of evolve as like a person.
He never did.
Yeah, he hasn't evolved.
He just stayed a child, man.
He likes fighting. It could be the end of the world situation. And he's just like, man, are you a good fighter? Let's fight. Like, like it ain't evolved, man. I feel like Gohan should have took over after the Cell arc, and things would have been so much better. Yeah,
I have to agree with you on that one.
Yeah,
but it is what it is.
It is what it is at this point, man. But I can imagine.
Yeah,
I can imagine.
I mean, we can do a fan made version of it.
True.
That's a lot of work. Duke, you up for it?
Fuck no.
All right.
All right, we're not doing that then.
All right, scratch that idea.
So Duke, what about you, man?
Probably the earliest one that I can think of. It was, I think it was my 12th birthday. No, 14th birthday. I had a bunch of friends over. We got a bunch of pizza and everything. And then one of my friends bought me God of War 3. It was like 2 weeks after it dropped. After everybody left, I stayed up for 12 hours. I'd already been up for like 16, and I stayed up for 12 hours, and I beat the whole God of War 3 in 12 hours overnight.
Jeez.
Like, as soon as everybody left, I put it in the PS3, loaded that shit up. Took forever to download, but once I got to play it, dude, I played that shit for 12 hours straight and beat the story.
So you're a huge God of War fan?
Yeah. I haven't played Ragnarok yet because I don't have a PlayStation anymore.
What were you playing recently?
That was God of War. It's called God of War. It doesn't have a number or anything.
Okay, so it was the original.
No, it's technically the 4th installment, but it's just called God of War.
Oh, okay.
Don't you hate when they do that?
Yes, that's so confusing.
But I 100%ed that in like 2 weeks, and that was worth working 60-hour weeks and everything. So I nerded out on that too.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing, probably midnight releases. Back Call of Duty midnight releases were dope as fuck. When the PS4 dropped, I was at work, and on the day the PS4 dropped, and I was like, hey, I called every GameStop within 30-mile radius. I was working at Alito at the time, and I called every GameStop in a 30-mile radius. I was like, hey, do you have a PS5? Hey, do you have PS4? Hey, do you have a PS4? Hey, do you have a PS4? And then I found one all the way in Fort Worth, on the far side of Fort Worth. Like, yeah, but you have to get here in 30 minutes, and I was 45 minutes away.
Jeez.
I made it in 30 minutes.
Oh my god, how fast were you going?
Easy 120.
Worth it.
I'm getting my PlayStation.
I'm pretty sure I passed like a cop, and he's like, "That's not worth it."
He was like, nah.
He's going for a PS4.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
that's
let him
another
have this one.
PlayStation. Let him go. So what's your guys' favorite games to play right now?
Valorant.
Yeah, I feel the same.
Valorant. What is it about Valorant? Because I have it downloaded, but I have not played it. I downloaded it like 4 months ago, but I have not played it. But everybody plays it. Everybody's addicted to it. What is it about Valorant?
The competitiveness, really.
Yeah, competitiveness. It's a nice mixture of Counter-Strike Go with kind of just like special abilities. I mean, it's been a nice different type of game ever since it was released, even just in the beta before it was actually released to everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
It was cool back then. I mean, it's as games live and go on, as patches come out, they come out with great stuff, but bugs, and I mean, that's typical with any game.
Yeah.
I don't know. For some reason, Valorant has just really kind of like taken over my interest. I'm a Rainbow Six player, and whenever that was coming around, I couldn't stop playing it. But I also grew up with Counter-Strike Go.
So you're just a big strategy fan,
Kinda, because I was also big into Overwatch too.
right?
Before the second one.
Yeah. The second one that
second
one.
OGOW.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Overwatch 2 I think was a complete fucking failure, in my opinion. Especially whenever they're talking about PvE this, PvE that, and then they're like, never mind.
Yeah.
What was it? Asmongold. He's a WoW player.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't really play Overwatch, but whenever they announced that, he had his 2 cents on it. It's just like, if you're gonna fucking talk about it, fucking do it.
Yeah.
Don't talk about it and say, "Oh, never mind. Thanks for your money anyway."
Yeah.
Which is basically what he said.
Yeah.
I mean, you know how open-minded he is about it all. He's not afraid to call anybody out.
Yeah. Because it's crazy. Like essentially, a lot of people bought Overwatch 2 for PvE.
Dude, I've bought the original Overwatch twice on PS4, and then I bought it for PC. And then they make it fucking free. It's like this. They did that with Destiny 2.
Yeah.
Like, why? Am I going to get anything for that? Oh, here's a badge. Here's a badge you can display on your profile.
Thanks for spending money.
That's what Counter-Strike did.
Yeah.
I mean, that game was only like $15-$30, but still, I got on sale for like 10 one day, and then it was like a month later they made it free, and I got a badge for it.
You got bad luck, huh?
I have bad luck with video games, man.
Yeah.
Dude, I bought Rainbow Six on every platform they had it available. I bought it on the Xbox. I bought it on the PlayStation. I bought it on the PC. I bought it on Brooklyn's PC.
Yeah, I bought Rainbow Six on the PS4. I bought it on PC first. I bought it for like, I think $7 off of Amazon, and it was just Recruit. And I had to grind my way to unlock operators and attachments. And then after I unlock everything, I grinded so hard into that. It's like, oh, they just made the attachments free. I'm like, what?
Bro, what is up with your luck? Like whenever you get into a game, the devs are like, chalk is plain.
Exactly.
Let's make everything free.
Oh, Valorant's doing the same thing.
Oh yeah, Valorant's doing the same thing too.
With their agents now.
They're making all the agents free.
Well, they're not doing contracts anymore.
They're
where
taking
you have
away
to grind
contracts.
to unlock like badges and everything.
Mm.
Basically, you just grind for points, and then you can like pick what you want to unlock out of their character.
What isn't on the Xbox Game Pass? They're all free
Yeah,
too?
all the agents are free now.
On
Game
yeah,
Pass, but you still
if
have to
you
do
have
the
the
contract
Xbox
to
Game
get
Pass,
their extra content.
which is $10 a month.
Okay.
So
Game
I mean,
Pass is 18.
oh, it's 18.
Yeah,
I only pay
if
10.
if you want to get the PC, if you want to be able to play all the PC games.
I've only been able to paying 10. You're getting ripped off.
What are you talking about? Your console only, right?
No, I'm PC only. I pay for the Xbox Game Pass on PC, and it's only like 10 for me.
Mm.
You're getting screwed.
I think you're paying for Ultimate.
Yeah, I'm
You
playing.
might be
Ultimate.
paying for Ultimate.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
You're getting screwed still.
Hey man, we love Xbox, right?
Yeah, Xbox. Woohoo.
The only reason I love Xbox because it has so many
Okay.
PC ports for all their games now.
Yeah, I will say that like the Xbox game has definitely like stepped up with like being able to play Xbox game on the PC. Like High on Life, that was nice.
Mm-hmm.
That was nice to be able to play that game.
That was a dope game.
It was a really fun game. They're actually coming out with the DLC for that game.
Really.
Just
Yeah.
have to beat it.
Higher on life.
Higher on Life, yeah, right. But yeah, it's like supposed to be like another world, darker world apparently.
So it's like an expansion.
I mean, I'm glad that they're adding more to it.
It'd be like Destiny.
I mean, it's a good game. It's got a lot of potential, in my opinion. I mean, I know there was a lot of controversy whenever the game first came out with the creator, but I mean,
All that's been passed.
all that's been passed, and the whole that whole this like franchise is still moving forward without him.
Yeah, that happens.
Oh well. I still watch Rick and Morty. I still played the fuck out of that game. It was
Yeah.
so much fun.
I could never really get into Rick and Morty. I like the spinoff though, the Alien. Spin-off.
Oh, I know what show you're talking about. I cannot think of the name of it though.
I've watched it. I can never remember names of shows.
I like that way more than Rick and Morty when I was watching it.
You have been super faded.
Probably. I don't know. To me, it was funny. Like I don't know. Like Rick and Morty is like. To me, it's like Rick and Morty is funny, but it's like edgy.
But he Seth MacFarlane is the guy that does Family Guy.
Mm-hmm.
And ever since Fox got bought by Disney, this last season that just came out is like super PC and it's like pushing an agenda.
Wait, on Family Guy?
No, on his new show.
Okay.
The Orville. I've never
Oh,
seen
the
it.
Orville.
I've
I
never
watched
seen
season 1 of that.
The
That's
first,
like
the
the
first
Star Trek
two,
thing.
the first three, yeah, it's like a comedian,
Comedian.
comic
Did
version.
you just
of,
have a stroke?
Yes, comic version of Star Trek. It's
I liked the first season when I was watching it.
yeah.
It just fell off that valley. Damn.
Well, the first three seasons are really good, but
Oh,
once
okay.
once they were under the Disney regime, they're just like, it's not as good.
Yeah. Disney does that
Yep.
with everything. RP Star Wars.
Still watch it though.
Still watch it.
Only because it is a childhood thing.
Yeah. You're so attached to it, man.
Yeah, too attached. Then you have some company like Disney just ruin it for you.
Did you hear the rumors about? So apparently, there's rumors that they might sell it back to George Lucas because the stock of like Star Wars has gone down, and they did a similar thing with Power Rangers back in the day. While Power Rangers sold it back because Power Rangers went down in stocking, and then the creator of Power Rangers bought it back. So George might apparently be buying it back. And they were saying that his daughter does directing too, so maybe his daughter takes over. Or just
I mean, that would be sweet. I mean, I haven't heard about that, but I mean that would be kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he just comes back and he says, "Well, Fuck all that Disney shit.
Except for
Here's a new
Mandalorian.
movie
Except for
before I
Mandy.
die.
Mandy
My daughter's gonna take over. She's gonna live on the legacy, sell it back to Disney.
I mean, the third season's kind of mid.
Yeah, she's gonna make a prequel series, sell it back after the fan backlash. The cycle continues.
Oh my
man.
god, no.
Then they're gonna do a multiverse version.
Multiverse
Yeah.
Star Wars. They start bringing in oh crap, what was that animated series? Not the Clone Wars. It was something Disney did. Disney XD.
Talking about
It's a Star Wars animated series.
yeah, like kind of like shorts though. Like
It was like it was like 23-minute episodes. It was
was it Rebels or you're not talking about
Rebels, yeah.
Rebels, yeah.
Yeah, Rebels. That's
Yeah.
what it was.
Yeah. A lot of people like that show.
It was
I
alright.
mean, it was alright. Yeah.
Clone Wars was better.
Clone Wars was amazing. Clone Wars was peak. So like
yeah.
Rebel, you can't really compare. You know, like it had its moments to where it shined, like Darth Vader versus Ahsoka. It had its moments,
Mhm.
but overall it was
What'd you think about the Kenobi series?
ass.
Ass.
I think the Kenobi series was ass, and I also think the Boba Fett series was ass. Like just it was peak ass. Both of them.
No, it was peak ass.
Give the first episode this credit, but after that, it sucks.
Right. Talking about for Boba?
Yeah, for
Yeah,
Boba Fett.
yeah.
The first episode was great, and then it was like,
I just yeah.
the fuck is it? Why is Mando in this?
And then also Mando's episodes were 10 times better than Boba. You could see the budget go higher immediately once he came into the camera. Like it's like it became more 4K. Like it's ridiculous.
That's funny.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of the Boba series. Like the first episode was good, and that like set up a hype, and then after that was just kind of went downhill.
Yeah.
Kenobi, it was kind of tough to watch.
Yeah. It
was very slow.
was very slow. The combat scenes were okay, but then some of them didn't make sense. Like Darth Vader chasing him in the fire. Darth Vader, why don't you just get away the fire and just go after his ass? Like,
Yeah,
like
it's
why?
Yeah,
Why are you just staring him down? Like you can't reach him.
It's typical Disney Hollywood.
Yeah.
Is basically what that was. Mandalorian. I mean, Mandalorian had its moments. It's a good show.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely have seen better.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think it fell off.
If it wasn't
really
for
did.
Grogu, like the
Grogu
show-
was the whole reason why anybody watched it.
Yeah,
Baby Yoda is what they call
Let
it.
me be real, guys. I think that Grogu was holding it back at this point. 'cause-
Oh, at this point, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it was the reason it blew up in the first place
Yeah,
because
true.
everybody and their mom was like, "Ooh, Baby Yoda, Baby Yoda, Baby Yoda."
Yeah.
I mean, I can't say shit because I got 2 Grogus in my office now, but
Hey man, we got Mando.
I got a life size one.
We got Mando right here by the Modelo guys. We got
Hell yeah!
Mando right here. We love Mando. Oh, and there's actually Rick and Morty here too. Look at that. Rick and Morty.
Oh,
Yeah.
Toxic Morty.
Yeah.
Toxin Morty.
Like Mando season 1, I liked it because I feel like you're watching an RPG, like a role playing game.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, well, when Grogu should have left, he should have left. Like because it's holding back the show right now. They could have made a separate spin-off show. I saw somebody talk about this. They could have made a separate spin-off show with Luke Skywalker and Grogu in his little academy, and that would have been perfectly fine.
That would have made a better story, or at least a better few episodes.
But Disney got scared because of the failure with Han Solo's movie.
Mhm.
Like they lost money on that, so
yeah,
they're like, actually, we're gonna dial this back a little bit,
I feel
and
like
that ended up hurting them even more.
I feel like that wasn't a bad movie.
It wasn't, but it wasn't like watched.
Yeah. Well, isn't that because it came out right after the sequels and people are kind of just pissed off?
Yeah, because they had the phase where they were just releasing Star Wars after Star Wars after Star Wars. It's like, dude, chill the fuck out. What are you doing?
It was 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
How'd you guys feel about the problem with a lot of Star Wars fans is they have a lot of copium, all right? So for Obi-Wan, for example, they'll watch Obi-Wan and then they'll say, well, the fan service is what it's all about. It's not about the fan service. So a lot of them will try to defend the show so much that they kind of point out the last episode. And to me, the last episode is still not good because it's just Star Wars has this problem where they remake content that's already made, like for the fan service. So when like Darth Vader's mask gets torn off, which already happened in Rebels in the animation, stop copying and pasting stuff. Disney, Star Wars, make some new stuff and stop relying on fan service from the fans. They're just gullible.
Yep.
Jeez.
I agree on that one. I actually completely forgot about that until you just mentioned it right now.
You tried to
they
wipe
did
it
it
out
in Rebels,
your
and then they did it in Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
I never watched Obi-Wan, so
Yeah.
You're
not missing much. Yeah. It's kind of just a really like over exaggerated version of Obi-Wan's hiding before A New Hope. It's
sad because in the comics they show that he's actually out like doing shit like right there, but they kind of just treat him like a full hermit in the show. Like he's just not training or nothing. He's just sitting there.
I know. It's like, this is pathetic. Why are they portraying him this way?
Right.
But everybody has their opinion. There's a lot of Star Wars fans that just like defend anything Star Wars does. So it is what it is.
It be what it do.
It be what it do. It is what it is. So, guys, let's get into one of the main topics today.
Drum roll.
That was not a drum roll.
No, it was not.
Excuse him, he's drunk.
Excuse me, I'm drunk. Okay.
Here, drink some of that more of that
Drink
Modelo.
more. Yeah, this is water, right?
No, this is water.
That's a lot of water.
It's 40 ounces of water, baby girl.
Why do you and Duke have 2 big water bottles?
I used to drink like a gallon at work.
Sure.
At a redacted place.
Bleep. Yeah.
Bleep.
So anyways, guys. All right. So we're going to talk about, has the ego of streamers gotten too high? And we're going to go more into this later on, but we're kind of just getting like a sneak peek feel of it. With all like the streamer platforms and stuff going on, I'm starting to see there's like a trend of where it's becoming less about the content and more about the money, right? And in that instance, streamers are already egotistical people. You got to be egotistical.
You have to be able to do it. Yeah.
Right. So, but at what point is it's too high to where everybody they deserve these big contracts? Like we just saw
when they start thinking about the money.
Yeah.
Like football players holding off for the $100 million contract and then throw the whole season, 2 seasons in a row, and then get cut from the contract.
Yeah, because we just saw it today. XQC get a $100 million contract going to Kick.
Yep.
Yeah, this new streaming platform.
Yeah, and it's like once money gets involved in anything, you see all the egotistical people come out. You see people think that they deserve to get something when there's other people that have been working. You guys been streaming for years. Like there's people that have been working for years, and then there's people that just enter it and be like, I deserve this. Like, like it's not any work being into the craft, right? What happens to the craft at what point when everything is about the money?
Yeah.
Ninja.
Yeah. So what do you guys think about that? Do you guys see there's any way to fix what's happening now, or is it just how it's gonna be?
I mean, it's just gonna be like any other sport. I mean, they're at the point where they're considering streaming to be a sport, and all these players are going for the contracts. And then once they get a little hint of fame, they're like, "Oh, pay me, pay me, pay me," or they're like, as soon as a new platform comes out, Kick, they're offering them millions of dollars.
They did the same thing with Mixer, though.
Yeah.
The
Mix-
same thing with Mixer. Whenever that came out, like Ninja went over there.
Yeah, where's Facebook?
Facebook's
dead now.
Facebook's dead now. Mixer's dead.
What was their splits? Were they like similar to like Kick's like 95-5?
I'm not exactly sure because I didn't go that far deep into either one of those platforms. I just knew of their existence.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Facebook gaming is no longer a thing. Like you can't even find it on the app anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But with the hourly thing that Kick is advertising, I mean, it has drawn a lot of attention. That could also help these egotistical people.
Yes. Let's get into that.
But I feel like it would just make it worse.
Right.
And I feel like it's just going to happen again with Mixer and Facebook. I mean, YouTube gaming is still a thing.
Mm-hmm.
But they have, from what I understand, they have a decent, okay-ish. I don't know. You're on YouTube. Like, what is...
I haven't made any money on YouTube, so...
I don't even know what the qualifications are to start making money off YouTube.
Well, they just updated their Partner Plus program or something where you have to have, I think it's 3,000 followers and some hours streamed, and you can apply for the Partner Plus program. Or if you do shorts, it's like so much watch time on shorts and another qualification to apply for the partner program, and get ads and whatnot on it.
Strange.
Yeah.
But Twitch makes it so easy.
But like
to
you
become
said
an
on
affiliate.
episode 1, where all these people are switching over to Kick and they're getting paid for it on a platform that's going to go broke. And probably
where are they
years.
making this money?
Gambling.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, the big casinos are paying people paying for the platform.
Gotcha.
And it's
because after they kicked off gambling from Twitch,
and it's not sustainable, right? Like when you think about it, it can't be a thing. Like even with the deal with the $16 an hour, like they haven't even gone to full. Like
yeah, they haven't even confirmed that yet,
right? So, what Jordan brought up last episode is that maybe it's a thing where you got to have a certain amount of average views to where they'll say, okay, $16 an hour for you, because in that way they're keeping somebody on the platform who keeps concurrent viewership to help them out, right? But like anybody getting $16 an hour,
no, not everybody's
that's
going to make
ridiculous.
$16 an hour.
No,
but a lot of
the
people
way
are,
it's coming across is that it is going to be that way, regardless if you're streaming to 1 people or 1,000 people. It's like you're getting paid $16 an hour.
They probably paid somebody to leak it.
Yeah,
they probably did
to get all these people on their platform to help build up their concurrent viewers and the amount of streamers that are streaming.
Yeah, because they have a lot of people going to Kick right now off that notion of $16 an hour.
Yeah,
and that just takes away from the hustle, from the creativity, because people are just gonna stream and think, hey man, I'm getting 16. Like what?
Yeah.
At one point does it become you're not working anymore to strive to get this job that you really want to work for, right? That passion, you're just getting this job. And a lot of people are just gonna clock in and say, "Fuck it, man! I'm getting 16 an hour just streaming." So
yeah,
I mean, to be fair, how many people just have a job to have a job?
True.
True. I mean, that's what most of us
to just survive. They're just doing it to survive.
Yeah. I mean, $16 an hour is not really a livable wage.
Mm-hmm.
Not anymore.
I mean, fuck no. But I mean, if this were an actual true thing, I mean, yeah, a lot of people would jump on it. Yeah. I honestly feel like this is just another one of those stepping stones that's trying to do something in the streaming industry, trying to make it a big thing. Hey, it might go somewhere, it may not. It might just end up like all the other ones that try to start up.
I would say they've done a better job of gaining traction than the other.
They definitely did. I mean, they advertised it very well. I think the very first video I saw on it was a couple weeks ago. Some guy on TikTok was talking about it. And at first I was like, there's no fucking way. This is fake. And then I started seeing more and more from other content creators on the Talk. and then I saw it on Facebook,
Mhm.
and I saw it on my Google. It's like what was it, like most like viewed news or whatever,
Mhm.
like one of the top topics for the day on Google. Was
Mhm.
talking about Kick. I'm like, fuck, maybe this is a real thing.
Yeah.
And then there was a post, I think on Duke's, and someone on there was mentioning about Kick and $16 an hour, and I'm just like, wow, okay, so this is actually as going out,
But you see
being advertised.
But you see they haven't said anything. So
But
they're just getting
Kick
that.
has not said a single word about
Right.
any of it. So, which makes me think, is this actually going to be a thing?
I think they're just relishing it in the moment. They're trying to get all these signups, and then they're gonna hit them with the news.
They're trying to
do the same
bigger
thing
people.
that Twitch did.
They're going to try to get the bigger people in here. Like Ninja, he actually did a thing on TikTok about it too, talking about Kick. I don't remember exactly how the video went, but I think it was kind of like, man, this is kind of crazy, but it's also kind of bullshit. You got someone on his level that's just making money for nothing.
Yeah, and just what Duke
Just
said.
hitting live.
And just what Duke said. When you think about it, eventually they're gonna have to become some way like Twitch. Like
they're gonna have
to sustain yourself. So you can't keep up this image of like, I'm not like Twitch at all. It's like you're gonna have to some way become like Twitch to sustain yourself.
There's TOS for a reason,
right?
But at the same time, Twitch's thing of what they're the fuck doing, like even whenever you come at to become an affiliate, once you sign that, it's like you're now ours.
Yeah,
you're not allowed to go anywhere else. You're exclusive. So and I just learned about this. So if you like back out of your affiliateship, you have to pay money for that.
Yeah, $25, $30. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's like $25, $30, but still, it's like you have to pay money to break that contract. But it's not even like a real contract, but I guess it is a contract because you are kind of signing over an affiliateship with this company, so you can use them to make money.
Yeah.
But
it's crazy, man.
Buying yourself out, that just blows my mind.
It's crazy, man. It's like music artists trying to get their records back. Like,
dude, tell me about it.
It's crazy.
I'm an artist myself.
Yeah. Man, these people get. I saw one comment on Twitter. They're like, man, these industry people get money, and then they just want more money. Like, you can make some money and not be the way that you're not handling things.
Yeah.
And that's why people are kind of thinking like, all right, is Amazon doing something? Like, because Twitch wasn't this bad before. Is Amazon doing something? Do they not care?
As soon as they sold it to Amazon, that's when it all went downhill because Amazon's so PC about everything.
Yeah. Are they just milking it until it's over? Like,
probably. It's probably just another one of those companies they're gonna milk and whatnot.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you remember this, but before Twitch, it was Justin TV, and they evolved to Twitch, and then I mean, it was, I think probably about 5-6 years ago was probably like Twitch's peak.
Ninja Fortnite.
Well, even like before that, like before Ninja became like a huge like big deal on Twitch, like you had the classics like Tim the Tap Man,
Lupo.
Dr. Disrespect, Dr. Lupo, Shroud. I mean, there's plenty others, but some of like the bigger names, there you go for that. And now you got most of them all on YouTube. Mainly because of the whole Dr. Disrespect scandal thing that happened a few years ago.
We still don't know what caused all that.
Nobody knows except for the inner circle.
Yeah. And there's a reason they left.
Yeah. But like even after, like even whenever the doc like came out to YouTube, like everybody stayed on Twitch and they were just like restricted from, because they completely just exiled everything related to Doc.
You couldn't have any of his clips. You couldn't even look like him, or you get banned for 7 days.
Nothing.
I remember when Z-Laner finally got big, started playing with Dr. Disrespect. He cosplayed as Dr. Disrespect, and he got banned for 7 days.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
That's some like power tripping stuff right there.
Shout out to Z-Laner. He started out on Facebook though.
Yeah, he did.
Him and his brother used to play Fortnite. They had so many records, like the second chapter of Fortnite, and Z Leonard popped off, and his brother Jay Leonard did. I guess he stopped streaming or whatever. But Z Leonard kept growing. Whenever he switched to Warzone, that's when he really blew up. He's dope.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
Well, guys, we're gonna take a break on the Twitch stuff. We're gonna come right back to it in a second.
Yeah.
All right, because I got some news about Twitch right now. But right now we're gonna go into our gaming news. Right. One of the first headlines is Microsoft is no longer making new games for Xbox One. So if anybody has an Xbox One out there, you're out of luck.
Rest in peace.
But you can play on the cloud.
Sucks to suck.
Because Microsoft has been going into that cloud system to where you can play games on the cloud. I tried it out before. It's really good.
Yeah.
So if you want to keep your Xbox One, play on the cloud, then do that. You can play the newer games on the cloud. But make sure your internet's good, because if it's not, then...
I mean, even if your internet's good, sometimes it's real bad, depending on how bogged down the servers are.
True.
Because I remember when they first started doing it, I tried to play MLB The Show, which is actually a PlayStation game, so I was really surprised that it was on Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to play it, and like it was lagging so bad I couldn't hit a pitch. I was so pissed. I played like 10 minutes of it. I missed every pitch. I was like, okay, fuck this.
That's a good excuse though, to be like, man, my cloud's lagging, bro. I can't hit a pitch right now. You know?
Bro, I was getting 10 frames per second on my computer.
Damn, that's horrible.
Sounds like a skill issue.
Hey man, get good. But yeah, another news: Star Wars Outlaws, a new Star Wars open world game. Have you guys heard about that?
I've heard about it. Yeah.
So it's a girl and like a droid, and it's like open world. It's basically like Assassin's Creed, you know, but Star Wars. It's very Ubisoft like video game ish. You know the formula. Didn't like about it is that you can't make your own character. Like I rather go into it with my own character, because that's what Ubisoft is mainly known for.
Making your character.
So why all of a sudden can we not do this? And I think it's really because Disney's kind of taking this Star Wars thing of, let's make this character so they can hopefully transition to live screen
into a movie.
Yeah, and I think that's what they're really banking on. But like the character, I really don't vibe for like the look of it. You know, I'd rather make my own character, even if it's still a girl. I'd rather make my own character or something. You know,
right?
But yeah. But the game actually does look good though, so you know you just gotta rock with it. Yeah, and the Final Fantasy 16, a lot of people are playing it. Have you guys played Final Fantasy before?
I've never got into Final Fantasy. It's definitely like one of those games that it's not like I chose not to do it. I just never did. Like I never thought about it. Like I think when I was like 14 or 15, I went over to a friend's house and I stayed the night over there, and he was really big into Final Fantasy, and I don't remember which one it was, but like I got onto it and we started playing together, co-op stuff, and it was fun. I liked it, but I never did it on my own time. So Final Fantasy has never really been a really big thing.
Yeah. Are you into like RPG role playing games?
Yeah. Like I played Skyrim. Who hasn't?
I mean, there's like 15 options that you can play now.
Yeah.
You can play it on your Samsung smart fridge.
Yeah. I mean, GTA. Who hasn't played that either? Some of the open world like Spider-Man games, I've done that too, but I just never done it with Final Fantasy.
It's kind of a niche thing, you know. I got the lanyard on right now, you know.
I have nothing against Final Fantasy. I think it's a great game. I just never put any personal time into it at all. I never really thought about it.
Because I think when you get into it, like, it consumes you, you know.
Yeah,
it's a lot to get into, and it's a lot of video games.
Yeah, and I feel like that's gonna happen with any video game that I fucking play. I'm just gonna get sucked in.
Yeah. Come in here with like Final Fantasy tattoos everywhere.
Oh yeah, right. It's like you see this owl and all this music stuff. It's all gonna be Final Fantasy now. It's all gonna get covered up.
Yeah.
Like I played Kingdom Hearts, and that was probably the closest thing to Final Fantasy I played.
Same.
Yeah.
There was another game that was kind of like it too. Persona.
Persona. Yeah, Persona.
Yeah, that game.
Fire. Persona's fire.
Yeah, one of my old roommates I used to live with, he played it all the time, and I started playing it. Oh, I loved it.
Yeah.
Didn't they
And
just
I've-
announce a new one?
Yeah, they're actually remaking the third one.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause
Nice.
The third one's like everybody loves the third one. I used to play the third one all the time.
It's
so.
like Final Fantasy VII. Everybody loves that one.
Yeah, exactly. So like remaking it. Oh man, they're adding more content to it. It's gonna be crazy. It was already like hundreds of hours of content. Persona games are long as fuck. So like,
I think the
Yeah.
reason I never got into Final Fantasy is like the turn based. I know one of my friends told me like the remakes that they're doing is not turn based anymore, but it's like I watched my dad play that for hours. Like whenever I wanted to play, he would always be on playing Final Fantasy. I'm just like, dude, let me play Tony Hawk.
yeah.
When I wanted to play Doom, I would find my dad at the computer playing Duke Nukem.
Duke Nukem is good.
That was the shiz.
Yeah,
Was the shiz.
yeah.
Classic.
But yeah, the new Final Fantasy is more open world, like action. It's not like turn based or anything like that. They actually have, like, you know how normal games have difficulties and stuff.
Mhm.
You can determine your difficulty by what you're wearing. So you can like wear a ring and like change the game to where you can like move slow motion or something. Like you can add different abilities to make the game easier for yourself if you want to.
Huh.
So it's pretty unique in that system that they're using
Okay.
lore to kind of make things like that. But yeah,
Okay.
that's all we have today on gaming news. So let's get back to this Twitch stuff, man. Twitch announced a Partner Plus program. You guys heard
Okay.
about that?
I have not.
So basically, they're bringing back the 70-30 split with a twist. All right. So this twist is that it's in a Partner Plus program. They're trying to, what they say is continue to grow their business with stream. Like let streamers continue to grow their business. This new partner program will benefit by bringing a 70% share on their net subscription. And we're about to get to like the plot twist of all this, right? Because right now it sounds good, right? Like, oh yeah,
There's always the twist.
yeah, bringing back 70-30, that's cool, man. But
Because like 50-50 with affiliates.
yeah, and well, even with this, like it's 70-30 until you reach 100K. So even if you do get 100K, it turns back to 50-50.
What?
What?
Yeah. Yeah. So once you hit 100K, it switches back to 50-50. With the partners, you must maintain a sub count of at least 350 recurring paid subscriptions for 3 consecutive months to apply for this.
Oh yeah, I saw a video on TikTok earlier about this, and they were saying that gifted subs don't count on this.
That's the kicker. Gifted subs do not count, and the majority of streamers get gifted subs.
Oh my god.
So who can really qualify for 350 recurring paid subscriptions?
That's 350 organic paid subscriptions.
Right. Person by person, man, that is like 1 or 2% of Twitch. Like that's not a lot of people.
Yeah, most subs
350
are
is
gifted.
not even a
Right.
percent of Twitch. That's insane.
Right. So you can't use your Prime subscriptions on like nothing like that, man. Like this is
It's got to be like from the card.
yeah.
Tier 1, tier 2, tier 3.
Yeah, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3.
That's so stupid, dude.
It's crazy, man. Crazy.
Wow.
So yeah, they introduced this 730 split, but with a big twist. A lot of people are not happy. And right when they announced this, a lot of people migrated to Kick.
Uh-huh.
A lot of people are still migrating to Kick because Twitch keeps kicking themselves in the ass for some apparent reason. I'm starting to think that they work with Kick on the low or something. And they're
They
plotting a new
probably do.
platform.
They're probably just trying to build another thing from the ground up. It wouldn't surprise me if they were behind it.
Yeah. And I also, things are getting so bad with Twitch that I was scrolling Twitter and I saw there was one streamer that was streaming. He was talking about Twitch, and then literally a staff member of Twitch came into chat and was talking to this guy like, man, you don't know what you're talking about, basically.
What?
And then he could even ban the staff member because, it's a staff member. Well, he was like,
God.
man, you're making me uncomfortable. And he just ended his stream. So
Wow.
That's harassment at
Yeah.
that point. That's crossing the line. That's basically crossing a line with your employee.
mhm.
Yeah.
Like you just created a hostile work environment by
Yeah.
doing that. That's not okay.
Yeah, not supposed to be micromanaged. Supposed to be just be streamers. Like
We're supposed to be doing our thing. within TOS.
Yeah.
And just like there's no need for that at all.
Yeah.
Like there's a guy that I follow on TikTok. He kind of like does some like news with like TOS changes or anything new coming up or with this. I don't remember his name, but
Talking about Minty.
it might be. I'm not sure. He's a weird looking guy with tattoos. I don't know.
Yeah, it's Minty. Fuck that guy.
Anyways, that's kind of like where I hear like most of the stuff from, and it's just like, what the fuck? Are you serious?
What did you hear about that you can become a partner, but they can take that away if they see that you don't have enough interactions with chat?
What?
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah.
It's the longer that I stay on this platform, I feel like the worse it's getting, and especially when I first started streaming, like one of the things that I thought was very weird is like before I even started streaming, I was meeting some other people on the streams, like just randomly going to their channel and just like, and I've actually met quite a few people that I actually talk to this day, and they're some in a different state or in the UK. Like they've always told me it's like they were streaming for like 2-3 years before they even got their affiliate, this, that, and the other.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm like, dang. I was like, is it really that hard?
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, yeah, it's been a tough ride, this, that, and the other. I'm like, okay, cool. I was like, this sounds fun, whatever. Like I just something wanted to do. 5 months from the moment I started streaming. 5 months later, I got affiliate. I'm like, how the fuck? I thought this was supposed to be hard.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, the next step is become partner, which is a little bit more challenging. But that's
very much more challenging. What are you talking about? It goes from 10 concurrent viewers to 75 concurrent
it goes from
viewers.
3 to 75.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Not 10. It's 3. Three average viewers, 50 followers, and you had to stream for like 12 hours within 7 days.
How do you guys feel about Twitch's exposure system? Because like really, it's mostly
bullshit.
Like the top dogs.
Yeah, it's
whatever.
only
It's
the people that
always
make the money.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Always. It's always been that way.
Mhm.
All of the one viewer, like you would like, I think they just started doing a filter to where you can actually like switch it up by viewers.
Yeah. Low
But that
to
was
high.
like within the last couple years.
Mhm.
But before, you actually had to literally go from the most viewed streams all the way down to the one, like the number one, like 1-0s.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of 1s and 0s.
Yes, there is.
The only time I'll
Way.
see like a chance of seeing like a lot of small streamers is if I look in the similar streamer tab, like on the
Yeah.
left, then you might see like a 5 or 10,
Yeah.
But most of the time you have to go like they just added a system where you can go low to high and check some people out. But
Yeah.
because like the statistics of Twitch is like there's so many streamers on there, man. The majority of streamers only stream to like a small margin, and like getting to like 20 concurrent viewers or 30 concurrent viewers is like in the top 2 percentile, like right there.
I've definitely had my thoughts about the Switch for the last couple years. I just haven't been able to be consecutive.
I told you should have done it when you came back.
Well, I just made the switch.
Yeah, to YouTube.
YouTube. Yeah, I probably should have.
Well, this next comeback, I'm making you.
Oh, okay. Is that what it is? Okay.
I'm not giving your computer back.
Okay.
So you
I'll get my
set up
YouTube all set up.
I really do like YouTube's like UI. Like because I remember watching Valkyrie like 2 weeks ago, and like her stream will be over, right? But it
Mhm.
still goes, or you can like go back in the stream. Like I really like their system of how they
Yeah.
work things.
Well, wait, DMCA is not really a thing with
It is.
YouTube, is it?
It
Oh,
is.
it is? Okay. So, I mean, you can keep your past broadcasts up.
But it's the same thing with like Twitch now, where you can just put it on a second track, and on the VOD, whenever it uploads the VOD, it doesn't upload the music.
Oh, really?
You probably didn't know about that. 'cause
I did not
I
know
did
about
not tell you
that.
about it. I didn't feel like walking
Thanks for
you
keeping
through
me
it.
out of the loop, dude.
Yeah, it's a lot to walk through.
It's pretty
Yeah.
complicated to understand.
It's not really all
It's
that
not,
complicated.
but I didn't feel like explaining it.
It's
to you.
like, oh God, okay, that actually makes sense. Like as soon as you said that, I'm like, fuck, why didn't I think about doing that? I mean, it's complicated, but it's easy if you know
Yeah.
what you're doing.
But YouTube also offers where you can just mute the copyrighted music on streams.
Right.
Like every stream that I've
But it does
that I did
it
on
mute
YouTube-
your audio?
Yeah, but only time I was playing music was the beginning of the stream.
Oh,
When
okay.
I wasn't talking, so
I mean, that's pretty much all I do too. I have like 1 or 2 songs to start the stream, and then I'll have like lo-fi in the background whenever I'm like opening it up and whatnot, or any downtime.
that's why
Be
we need
right
to get
backs.
into making some lo-fi so we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I mean, so that's also another thing of what I've been doing in my downtime, like without being on Twitch, is like creating my own sounds and like music, little small tracks. But I've also dived into the world of EDM.
Nice.
So
Very hard.
very hard. I mean, not just a little bit. I dove head into EDM here recently, so I've come up with a lot of crazy ideas. Also help me musically, but we're getting off topic here. Back on Twitch. My bad.
It's all good.
We're passionate.
We're
Yeah.
passionate.
That's what being a nerd's about, man. You're passionate.
All right, back on topic. Twitch is bullshit. It's gonna die soon. It's probably not gonna go anywhere anytime soon.
Speaking about Twitch and Kick, man, it's so much news like every week on them, bro. Like it's ridiculous.
It's always something different.
But I think one of the things that's holding Kick back, and it's one of the things that the YouTuber Dream brought up. You know, the guy who took off his mask and people clowned him, and then he put back on his mask. Recently, you guys heard about that?
No.
Yeah.
Who is that?
It's a guy named Dream. He was a YouTuber.
Oh, Dream. Yeah, I know
Yeah.
who Dream is.
Yeah, he took off his mask. Everybody roasted him, and now he said he's forever putting his mask back on. So, but anyways, kind of off topic.
Man,
But-
fuck the internet.
yeah. So Dream said one of the things that is holding back Kick is Aiden Ross. Aiden Ross is an owner of Kick. He's been in a lot of controversial stuff.
Who is Aiden Ross?
Oh, so he's a huge streamer, man. He does a lot of like IRL content. But he has recently been in a lot of controversial stuff. He's been hanging around like Andrew Tate. He's another controversial person, right?
Yeah, I know who that is.
He's had Nazis on his stream before. When he first signed to Kick, he like showed like pornography on the stream, right?
What
So
the fuck?
it's like, but before this, he was kind of out there, but he wasn't as bad as he is now. So I don't know what changed in that system and what changed to him, but he's a really good creator. He does a lot of good things, and then he does some weird bad things. So
Didn't Aiden Ross is the guy
this
that
guy.
had what's his face on the rapper on his stream where he did that really popular
freestyle, right?
Freestyle.
Yeah, exactly.
You want to know his net worth?
Tory Lanez.
Yeah, Tory Lanez.
Yeah. So Aiden Ross has been involved in the rap game like that since like having rappers on his
Okay.
stream and stuff. He's a good creator, but he just does some wild shit at
I
times.
mean, that's most creators now.
yeah, true.
You got to stay in the news though.
When it comes down to like being an owner of a platform like that, like it can be a negativity in a sense of people wondering if it's a very welcoming place, right? Because they're not really strong on their TOS. And
But
stuff
that's
like
what's
that.
drawing people to them. Is not having a TOS, not being corporate, not
True.
being PC.
True, but if they're trying to make money off of it, because in reality, yes, it can be a money pit. They just forever have it as a
Mhm.
money pit. They just focus on gambling and they don't really care about like actually making a profit off of like Kick. That could be their goal
I
for
mean,
it.
it's possible.
And in that case, then yeah, they won't have to have a heavy TOS. Advertisers will work with anybody at some point. So if they're making money in some way, they'll work with you. But a lot of advertisers that are like big name are going to be like, I'm worried about advertising on your platform
Yeah.
because you're showing this or, kind of raunchy stuff or something crazy on there. So eventually, if they're trying to become big on advertisers or more money in some sense, like we said before, they're going to have to become more like Twitch. But having a creator like Aiden Ross on there, he's going to have to dial it down at the same time. That's one thing that XQC talked about today on stream is that, listen, I'm going over here, but Aiden Ross got to calm down. Like
Yeah.
he's a little too wild right now, And that's not going to really help the platform overall. Like, yes,
mean,
it's appealing, but
the gambling is paying for the platform. You can only imagine how much he's pocketing alone.
right.
He's getting buku dollars over there.
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess when you're making that much money, you just don't care.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
That's the ego.
That's the ego. That's the main
Call
topic
back
of the show. The ego of streamers are growing. You're getting to the point to where streamers will go to NBA games and expect people to know them. Like, bro, like you're in a whole different field, man. You're in a streamer
Yeah.
field. Like you might be a millionaire in that field, but XQC could go to like a basketball game and like a majority of people will not know him because like you're in a different realm of famous. Like you're not in like celebrity famous. You're in a different
Yeah.
realm. It's like a
Not exactly
weird
celebrity. Yeah.
yeah, like a niche like nerd, like it's a very different realm of celebrity system
Yeah.
that's still being like worked out.
Like, speaking of that, like, okay, so Tim the Tap Man has a deal with the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
He is apparently like Jerry Jones's best fucking friend.
Yeah, he gets to stream in AT&T Stadium.
All the fucking time.
That's it.
Anytime he wants to, he'll go stream at the stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Which is cool. But I mean, him coming for where he came from, started at Justin TV, Call of Duty streamer, now currently still Call of Duty streamer.
Yeah.
After going all throughout all those changes, but then he's got this. It's like even like whenever he goes out, he still deals with that. It's just like people don't know who I am. I'm like at the Cowboys stadium.
Yeah.
They even have like cutouts of him at the fucking stadium.
Yeah, they don't know who he is.
They still don't know who the fuck he is.
Yeah.
It's like you said, it's a whole different realm of being a celebrity. You are an internet star.
Right.
You are not Hollywood.
It's like similar to having millions of followers on TikTok. Like,
Exactly.
But when you walk outside, like nobody's
Yeah. And like, okay, so there's a couple creators on TikTok that are here local to DFW. And there's a couple of them that I follow, and I've actually ran into both of them in public.
Mm-hmm.
But they're both people I've known many years before with just at a show that I played, or they played, or we played together, or just out at a show to like, and we just happen to run into each other. Acquaintances, if you will.
Yeah.
It's and then you come across like someone like that on their level of TikTok, and it's still that type of stardom.
Yeah.
It's like they act like they're fucking famous. It's like, dude, you are literally nobody. You are famous on the internet. That's all you fucking are.
Yeah.
I was like, hey Brett, what's going on? He was like, oh hey, who are you? I'm like, dude, you know who I am. We're friends on Facebook.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The internet's a big place, man. Like,
It is a huge place.
You can run into somebody who has 1 million followers every day on the internet. Like it's just a huge place, man.
I went to PAC South, the last one that they had, and I guess they're not doing it anymore for San Antonio or Houston, wherever it was. But I was walking around, and one of the bigger streamers stopped. And he's like, "Yo," I was like, "Yo," he's like, "Dude, I've watched your stream before." I was like, "No way."
No way.
And now that's my friend Mighty.
I like situations like that because it shows that they are actually passionate about the platform.
Yeah.
Like they're actually watching. It doesn't matter like where you're at, what your status is. They're actually watching and they care about like connecting with others. Like I think that's what streaming should be like all about. Like connecting with others, no matter what numbers you have. Like connecting and building something, having fun.
That's what it used to be, and like the whole like follow for follow thing.
Oh my God, that killed it.
I mean, follow for follow has always been a problem with any sort of content creator or artist.
Yeah.
Like even just like, okay, so speaking in bands, for instance, it's like, yeah, go like my band's page on Facebook, and I'll like yours, or share your music on your page, and I'll do the same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing. It's just, and like even whenever I first started streaming, I ran into a lot of people that did that. I'm like, that does nothing.
Yeah.
Because I'm taking my knowledge from being in a band and trying to make it succeed and putting it into something else, a whole different realm, and just kind of doing that. But you're still messing with the same shit.
Yeah, because it's about exposure at the end of the day, right? And then
I hate that word, exposure.
but it's the truth because but when it's about exposure, it's about like genuine exposure. Because like say for instance you meet up with that person, they say follow for follow, like you're not gaining a fan in that sense.
No,
You're
not.
connecting with another creator, right? So it's
And it's not even connection at that point if you're just doing follow for follow.
exactly because
There's no connection.
There's no like substance to
It's
it.
just a number.
It's
Yeah.
already on Kick too, where the follow for follow shit.
Yeah, I seen them on Twitter.
It's never gonna
they
go
call
anywhere.
it tab for tab now. It's
Tap
like
for tap. No.
they're like, I got you tabbed, and they expect you to follow them and tab you while you're not while you're not streaming.
It's ridiculous, man. Like
It's a scam.
It's just inflating your numbers to make you seem bigger than you actually are.
yeah, and then that doesn't help you, right? If you inflate your numbers that way, that doesn't help you at the end of the day because like at the end of the day, you don't have genuine fans
Or any interaction. You
Or
just have
interaction.
you have 35 viewers, but 2 comments is like
Mm-hmm.
nobody's actually watching you, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah. And the whole bot watching thing, that has been a huge problem
Mhm.
with Twitch.
Oh, that
Like
was a
Twitch.
huge
I'm
issue
sure-
with
I'm sure-
Facebook.
Yeah?
Yeah,
I never streamed on Facebook, so I don't know anything about that.
Let me break it down real quick. I started streaming before Facebook gaming was an actual thing. I
Mhm.
started watching Pool Shark and Darkness 429. They were really big Call of Duty, Fortnite guys. And I was like, man, that's kind of cool. I kind of want to do that. And I looked into it. I started streaming on a laptop and my Xbox. And like 6 months after I started, Facebook gaming started. And I already had like 400 followers or whatever on my page. But I didn't end up unlocking the affiliate or the level up program until I was almost 2 years in, when I was already at 1,000 followers. And then, but what I noticed whenever I first started, I was getting hundreds of views. Like I would have 500 people watching me, no comments.
Mm.
But then after 2 years, it started going down. And I was only getting like 10, then 5, then like 3. Like the 3 people that like actually watched, like my mods. And I was like, oh, okay.
There's like different loopholes that people use as well. Like I think his name is Fextra or something. Fextra Life or something like that. Or he plays like MMO games, and his loophole is that he has a popular like forum, like a tutorial forum where people go to and like they learn about like the game. But you'll see his stream is tabbed like
Oh,
everywhere.
okay. So he has his website for his forum,
Yeah.
but his stream is automatically pops up.
Yeah, so like he's getting like thousands of views, but nobody's really commenting because like
It's embedded into
it's
the
embedded.
site.
Yeah, that embedded.
Wow.
Jesus.
Yeah. So people
I mean,
find
it's
loopholes.
smart.
It's smart.
but
It's smart as hell. Yeah.
It's fake numbers.
So I was gonna bring up a random subject. How do you guys feel about the rise of AI? Just,
Man, that shit's scary but cool at the same time.
So my sister and I were talking about that this morning.
hmm I think it's like it's scary as hell, but then I'm starting to find like the fun in it and like the funny things. Like I've been listening to a lot of SpongeBob AI rap songs.
Yeah.
Like that shit goes hard, man.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. It does go hard, but just in general, AI, it is a very dangerous technology.
Yeah.
Very, very dangerous. Like I
It
know.
needs to be regulated hard.
Yes.
Well, one of the things that I've been thinking about, I feel like the government started this whole AI thing and then started placing it in different apps. Like, you know how like the AI generated like turn yourself into an anime character or whatever. And it's like
Oh,
apparently
that's-
it's like some company owned in Russia
Uh-huh.
That's getting all your pictures.
that's
and-
getting all your pictures and your identities and stuff so they can sell your identity, your physical identity, so that to someone else for whatever reason. But
That's scary smart.
yeah, but like one of the things that blew my mind is that apparently the smart TVs have actually cameras inside. I had no idea that there were cameras inside these smart TVs.
Are you serious?
Yes, I saw a YouTube video of this lady. She was filming her TV, and it was what she saw was the layout of her apartments at the bottom, like a blueprint, like you know how you look up apartments
Jesus
on a website or whatever. It was the layout of her apartment, and then you could see like a detective or police officer in the corner that had a webcam on him, and you could see his face clear as day. And then once he realized that he was being seen, he blurred the image.
Oh god.
That's creepy.
And there were like things going across the screen, like notes or something like that. And part of it, because he was trying to blur that too, but you could see part of it was like she's recording me on her cell phone. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? But I mean, with that sort of technology, and then you got going into AI, it's like anything could literally be watching you. It could be recording you, your emotions, your body temperature, the way you react to certain things. Like they've also been keeping track of people who use cash these days. What was it? There was my sister and I, we went somewhere. Oh yeah, she was buying gift cards, and anything over $300, they had to scan her ID.
What?
Yeah, I was like, what? When was this? When did you ever have to scan IDs for gift cards?
Mm-hmm.
But apparently that's part of CVS's policy. And my sister was like, oh, you know what? That kind of makes sense. That's the government keeping track of who's still using cash, because as you know it, the cash, the value of it's going down lower and lower by the day.
Yeah.
And they can't track you whenever you're using cash. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it all ties in with this whole AI experiment that they're doing here. I mean, you got the ones for GPT. I know South Park did a bit on that, but it's fucking real life shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's being used. And then on top of that, they're now having scams using AI. And it's usually the phone calls that just don't say anything. But as soon as you say a word, they use that because they have now the sound of your voice. They create a thing and they'll call your parents saying, hey, I'm in a situation. Can you send me some money? Oh yeah, of course. And then they'll send money, but they're sending money to not the right person, but they have all the information already.
Welcome to Elm Street. He brought up that what if like they take your voice like that and then they come into your house using your security system?
Yep.
Like it's it's crazy, man.
Yeah, like even scam calls these days, you cannot. I don't even answer them personally. But even at work, we have to answer the phone. Mm-hmm. But it says spam risk.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So of course, I try to not use my actual voice, or not even try to mention anything of my identity at all, because I don't want to fall into that, especially with all this AI crap going on now.
Yeah.
I mean, I noticed even some musical artists, they're even using AI to help write
songs,
to help write their songs. A lot of the EDM artists are using AI to help write their music. And one of the things I've noticed, like even me just going in this rabbit hole with EDM lately, it's like a lot of the newer stuff is all kind of sounding the same, and it all comes down to AI, because they're all fidgeting with the AI. But theory.
Mm-hmm.
You use AI. Let's just say you have an AI program for your computer, whether it's like to change your voice to make yourself like Barack Obama. What is that? Voice.io?
Yeah.
Is what it's called?
Yeah, I think so.
Like even that is apparently like recording your voice, so it can be used either that software or for whatever other purpose it has, or whoever's behind it. Like I didn't even use that. Like I saw that, I'm like, that's cool, but no.
Yeah, AI is coming everywhere. I saw Spotify has an AI like DJ now. Like,
I saw
I got a notification. I was like, no, fuck that.
Nope. Yeah, I declined. Like I've been a Spotify member for a very long time, and I saw that, but nope, I'm not falling into that AI crap.
Mm-hmm.
Not doing it.
Yeah.
I've been using ChatGPT to like write contracts.
Text your fiance?
No.
Okay.
To write contracts. One of my friends, He owns a contracting business, and he hits me up to write contracts for him. And all I got to do is input like the information that he gives me, and it's like write me a contract for this loan amount, or write me a roofing contract for this site, and he pays me $40 just to send it to him, put it in a PDF and send it to him.
Easy money.
Easy money.
I mean, you got stuff like that. I mean, which is beneficial. But I mean, I feel like there's a bigger picture behind AI.
Yeah.
I feel like the government's behind it.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Hey man, I'm just here for the SpongeBob.
the SpongeBob fucking hard hitting.
Oh, that's like whenever I posted a couple weeks ago, where right before I got my tattoo, I was talking about for like a week straight, like all day, I would just make it write me scripts for shorts of Batman and Deadpool meeting and like fighting crime together. It's fucking hilarious. I should have posted them, but I had like hundreds of responses, and they were all hilarious.
That's legendary. See, that's what it's for. Like that meme material. Like that's what it should be used for. But like the crazy shit. Okay, let's chill out on that, guys. But I know like other countries are already banning like AI and stuff. So
yeah, I mean,
but America's like
smart.
fuck it.
Well, it's because America's using it.
Yeah, true.
Illegally.
They're funding it.
America's always trying to like advance to the easy way of things, and that's just gonna ruin it for everybody. So
it's like anytime that they try to do something to better everything, it just ends up backfiring and sets us back for a while.
Yeah, but
like these damn gas prices,
right?
Damn AI.
Just blame everything on AI.
Yep. Thanks, Obama.
Damn it, I tripped today. AI.
Damn AI.
Why is my food overcooked? Damn AI.
Alexa, why didn't my timer go off? 5 minutes left on your timer.
Alexa, I missed work today, Alexa. Why didn't you wake me up? Damn AI.
You know when I wake up, bitch.
It's going to become the new my dog.
It's Saturday.
My homework.
You are normally off on Saturday.
All right, so now we're going to get into some nerd cinema news. I want to ask you guys, how do you feel about this trend with Sony? Because Sony has just now talked about their upcoming release dates for their next upcoming movies. And a lot of people are speculating that it's going to be their like spin-off movies. You know, they got Kraven the Hunter and all these other type of Spider-Man villain movies coming out. Do you guys enjoy those movies? How do you feel about the idea of like these villain movies without the hero being in them? Like, do you see a point in them?
Bottom line is they do depend on the hero. In this case, it'd be Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. I mean, the Spider-Man has already gone into multiple different directions right now. Just the Spider-Man character itself. Mm-hmm. Multiverses. Right. I mean, the last movie was called The Multiverse or something like that. I mean, Hollywood sense, I feel like they're just bored. They're just trying to bring something out. But like Duke said, they're trying to be like Disney because I guess they see it's working, but it's not. It's not.
Sad, I guess we'll have to see. I mean, I'm glad they're finally giving some of the villains that haven't really had screen time some backstory, but at least introduce them into like the Spider-Man movies before.
Instead of introducing the villains first and then make a Spider-Man movie about that villain. It's like, because it usually makes sense whenever they're already like cameoed in whatever movie, whether it be Spider-Man or Star Wars or whatever. It just seems like it'd be backwards if they do the villain or a backstory on one person. Like, who the fuck is this? Like, okay, nerds would know who this is. Yeah. But not some other kid that likes Spider-Man may know who this one particular villain is.
Even with like Venom, like, okay, Venom's origin story involves Spider-Man get his symbol and all this other stuff to be like more like Spider-Man. And it's like a lot of that stuff is held back because he's not involved.
Yeah.
He's not there.
The thing about Venom, I definitely did not expect them to have Venom portrayed the way he was portrayed, as like a
goofball.
As a goofball. I never would have thought he would have been a goofball. That was actually kind of bit of comic relief.
But this came out right after Deadpool did, so they were just trying to.
They were trying to follow suit with that. And I mean,
Quick question: are you guys worried about Deadpool now
Nope.
that it's like
No.
officially with
Nope.
Marvel?
No.
You guys
Nope.
not worried?
no,
Mm-mm.
it's just gonna be.
I'm worried how they're gonna bring Wolverine in, but I know Ryan Reynolds is gonna do justice by it.
Yeah, he will make sure because if it's because one of the things I noticed, like even the first Deadpool, if it's not Ryan's way in that movie, it's a no go. It's not gonna be the final thing until he's happy with it. His I would love the fact that Ryan Reynolds like took the Deadpool character so like seriously, even after his first version of it in one of the X-Men movies. What was it? The Wolverine Origins.
Yeah.
Like his Deadpool character, and that was there was an interview that I watched that Ryan was talking about that Deadpool and the Deadpool that was released in the first movie. It's like I liked the character so much it needed more, but that wasn't the Deadpool I wanted to play. So of course he did his thing and came out with the first Deadpool. Second Deadpool was just as good. And then now we have talks for a third one where you have Wolverine coming back one last time. And I feel like
the iconic Wolverine, the classic suit.
The only thing I'm worried about with the third one right now is the writer strike. And they have to go by the script. There cannot be any ad libs or anything added until the writer strike is over, because it's not. They have to go by what's approved by the writers.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a writer strike?
Yeah.
There's a heavy writer strike right now. Man.
Is it like just in general, or is it just...
It's in general.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was not aware of that.
But TV shows are starting to plummet right now because of a writer.
Wow. I don't really watch a whole lot of TV these days. I watch South Park on the Max.
He just watches it on repeat.
Yeah.
Basically. I mean, I started from season 1, episode 1 the other day and fall asleep to it and wake up. It's like season 4.
You're like, all right, go back to season 1.
Yeah.
I can't wait for Futurama to come out next month, the new season.
Oh, they're doing a new season?
And Hulu just approved a new season of King of the Hill, but it's going to be fast forwarded to 15 years.
So Bobby's
going to be a dad, and
that's cool.
Hank is going to be the grandpa.
I like that. That sounds dope.
That boy ain't right.
But Luann, the person that voiced Luann, died. So
true.
I don't know how they're going to do that.
Just use AI.
Oh no.
I mean, AI really fucking fixes things these days. I mean, even with like just the like visual graphics, how they like even after Carrie Fisher, after she died, and then they had to put her in one of the one of the recent Star Wars movies, the last one that they did, episode 9, like they had to put her in that one, but they
same thing with Paul Walker. They used his brother looks alike, but they AI'd his face onto his brother.
Yep. AI has always been a thing, but it just keeps evolving and getting more dangerous. And now it's in the public's hands.
AI is going to save the world.
I mean, say so,
or it'll ruin it.
It'll either save it or it will turn it to shit so fucking fast.
Yeah, it's gonna get crazy out here. AI, robots, you know.
Yeah, like most Amazon warehouses are ran by robots now.
They have been for 5 years now.
For a while, yeah.
Jeez, I wonder if they get lunch breaks.
No.
Nope.
Damn. That's why they run over shit, so they can get out of commission for a couple weeks.
All right. So we're gonna get into some more nerd cinema news. It has been revealed that the Flash director Andy, I'm gonna butcher his name, Muschietti, will direct Batman, the new Batman movie that's gonna be in the new cinematic universe, overseen by James Gunn. A lot of people. So James said before he even became a head of DC that he saw the Flash movie and was like, this guy just like knows the characters. He just has a good feeling about him. He loves the movie. So he's going to let him direct the upcoming Batman movie, which is going to be featuring Robin as well. So and a lot of
I'm glad
other.
they're bringing Robin back in, but
Yeah.
I watched The Flash this morning.
You like it?
It was all right. I mean, I'm not a
Yeah.
fan of Ezra Miller. He's a piece of shit in real life.
Okay.
So
But besides the Ezra Miller stuff,
I
like,
mean,
was
it was well directed. I mean, you could tell they had to change up quite a bit. Like the ending was rushed because it seems like they were setting up for a second one.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to put any spoilers into this, but the ending seemed very rushed, and they killed somebody
Mm-hmm.
at the very end, and it's like, but why? And then you realize that they're not doing a second one, so they had to just go ahead and end
Kind of
it.
just end the story, basically. Yeah. A lot of
I
people.
mean, it was good for a DC movie. I'll say that.
a lot
Outside
of
of the
people.
Batman series.
A lot of people were complaining about the CGI, but then the directors came out and said the CGI was on purpose because he's going into like some flash. Supposed to see it from his eyes.
Yeah, the CGI is.
So it's ass. The CGI is ass.
They should have used AI.
Should have used AI. They should have said, AI, make me a Flash movie. Perfect CGI. I got you, boss.
But overall, the story was pretty good. There's a couple cameos. Some of them had already been leaked, but the final scene is pretty good. It's a really good cameo. It's hilarious. But yeah, I would suggest to watch it.
Nice. Go
Can't
watch
wait
The
for Blue
Flash.
Beetle though.
Blue Beetle's gonna be good too. Yeah.
2 more months.
How do you guys feel about DC in general, the future of it? Seeing that, like, I know you're a big Batman fan. I am as well. And seeing that James Gunn is even introducing a Batman film where it's not like a fucking origin story. It's more like, all right, we're in the business. You got Rob and you got other Bat family members. Like, it's going to be actual universe on screen.
Yeah.
So I have a good feeling about it.
I want hold on before we talk about that. I want to say Keaton did a really good job as Batman and Flash.
Nice.
It was it's exactly what it needed to be.
So you believe in the director then, because this same director is the one that's going to direct the Batman.
Yeah, I feel like Keaton had a lot of input on it, but it was good.
Nice.
Keaton's my second favorite behind Christian Bale. So
nice. His combat scenes I heard were really good.
Yeah, they're very good.
Bad. Sounds good. What you thinking over there, Chalk?
Michael Keaton was a good Batman.
Yes, he was.
I liked him.
Nice.
Yeah, Christian Bale as well.
I mean, he was a little over the top.
Where is she? I haven't heard anything about the new Batman movies, but it actually makes me really excited to hear that Robin's gonna be back into it. Because when was the last time Robin was in a movie? It was Keaton.
96.
Yeah.
Well, I think it might be Damian. I believe it's based off the comic with what they're basing off is the Brave and Bold, which is gonna have Damian, Batman and Damian, and the other Bat family members as well with cameos.
Interesting.
It'd be cool to see Nightwing.
I mean, I think also in Flash, I think they concluded Ben Affleck's Batman pretty good.
Yeah,
I mean, it didn't like really like end the story, but he agreed to be in it for one last.
It's a nice send off.
Yeah, and I feel like they sent it off pretty well with him. I wasn't a fan of his Batman.
I've never been a fan of his Batman.
His Batman's too brutal to me. Like it, I like the way he looks.
He's too bland.
Suit. Yeah, too bland.
I don't even like the way he looks.
They skip too much of the timeline to him. Like you can't connect to him as Batman.
Yeah.
Like it's
you can't. Like even his Batcave is mediocre.
Mm-hmm.
I just was not impressed with the Ben Affleck Batman.
Yeah.
Affleck.
But then I felt at the same time he never got a chance, man. Like he's a great director.
Yeah.
He was gonna direct his own Batman film, and he never got the chance, man.
Yeah, I could see that. He wasn't really given his chance, but it just even like the Batman vs Superman movie, it's like that one was terrible.
It took me 4 times to get through the original, and I'm a diehard Batman fan.
Yeah. That movie.
It was rough.
The problem I had with the whole series that they were trying to make is that like it skips so much. Like it just skips so much. Like you gotta bond with these characters, man.
Yeah,
That's why you gotta have them start somewhere and then go somewhere. Like you can bond with them.
He was the most look-alike to the comic.
Yes,
but the overall acting and how it played out was very bad.
Yeah, Bruce is supposed to be a little buff and stuff, you know. Like
I mean, he definitely has the square chin for it.
Yeah.
Crimson Chin.
Crimson Chin.
I don't know why that just popped in my head. I got ADHD. Leave me alone.
Going on to some more news, guys. Let's talk about the new movies that came out. We just talked about The Flash. That was one of the movies that just came out. Another news, there's the new Pixar movie called Elementals that's out. It's a romantic comedy about a fire and water element falling in love
yeah,
together.
I remember seeing something about that.
Yeah. So if you guys are into romantic comedies or,
Yeah.
cartoons.
I don't think that one's gonna be one of the movies that I go into. I'll wait till it comes out on Disney.
Another movie is Extraction 2, from the actor Chris Hemsworth, who's known as Thor. If you guys haven't seen Extraction 1, it's a good action film where he goes and tries to save somebody who needs to be extracted from another country or something like that. So it's really good.
I saw the trailer for it.
For number 2?
Yeah.
I heard that it has a long ass one-shot action scene. I forgot how long it was,
I
but
love
it's
one shots, dude.
yeah, I heard it's super long, dude. I heard
No
it's
way.
15, 20 minutes. So
It'd be dope.
gotta watch that. It's gonna be dope.
I'll watch it just for that scene,
Yeah. And then you can turn it off.
and then turn it off.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
I'll DVR it.
That's fair. Thank you guys for coming out, man. It's a
Hey, thanks for having us, man.
Yeah,
good
man.
show. How do you guys feel? It's been a great.
Feel great.
A
No,
little
it was
hot,
good.
but
A little hot. Yeah.
it was a great time.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
told
you
me,
are-
man. I have
you
a
are a
fan. I
little
gotta
hot.
turn on the
Oh,
fan.
I ain't worried about it.
You know.
This is what the temperature of my at home office is all the time.
Oh, okay.
That 3080 be cooking.
Hey, the 3080 be cooking. Thank you guys for coming again. And I do want to remind everybody we have a Patreon, so you guys can go subscribe to the Patreon. We have a lot of cool things on there, and we also have merchandise. So if you want to check out the merchandise and rock some nerd gear, I'll be rocking some soon because the nerds are among us. So
Hell yeah.
I always want to end every show the same way, saying that remember, guys, the nerds are watching. The nerds are among us. Peace out, nerds.
Later, guys.